Today in Latin America, only Guatemala has a concentration of wealth greater than Mexico. It is a common sight. A limousine with darkened windows glides through the best suburbs, where the houses are like forts. Behind it are two other large cars, each sprouting radio antennae and with armed bodyguards impatiently waving cars and pedestrians aside. The coming of the urban guerrilla, the kidnapper, and the assassin has created a deep sense of insecurity among Mexico's elite, who even ask newspapers to keep their names and photographs off the social pages. Who are the elite? No longer the landed class, they are a group of brilliant entrepreneurs who have built their own banks and multinational companies. They have their city mansions, their country haciendas, and their villas in Acapulco, well away from the tourists, and of course, a discreet distance from the poverty. 30 of the biggest moguls belong to what is called the Businessmen's Council, which meets secretly with presidents and ministers, not to manipulate, but to shore up the system's illusion of power over 70 million people, among whom there is now the faintest stirring. A red Rolls-Royce, priced £56,000 plus seatbelts and mink carpets, remains parked between the cherubic fountains and the columned portico of a mansion in Mexico City. To drive it outside past the closed-circuit TV and the electric gates would be indiscreet and perhaps even foolish. The owner is a member of the Businessmen's Council. You ask about oil, he says. Of course, it will bring great benefits to the ordinary people. In the state of Morelos, Zapata land, 15,000 peasants have occupied land in the name of a revolution of 2 generations ago. They have even fought the army and lost. Today the countryside is quiet, the people charming to an outsider. But the bitterness is like tinder. There is no firm evidence that it will ignite again. There is only, wrote D.H. Lawrence, a sound too deep for the ear to hear, and yet audible on the blood, a sound of dread.
The poverty of the people is really too hard, too hard. The whole system in Mexico is decaying, you know. It's a process of decay. And corruption is going so deep that it is becoming abjection. And this is what gives me hope that something is going to happen in Mexico. Because from abjection comes out revolution.